the Andes survivors. This photo may look like a group of exhausted men just standing in the mountains, but the circumstances around this photograph are almost impossible to imagine. In October 1972, a plane carrying 45 people crashed high in the Andes. Many of the passengers inside were part of a Uruguayan rugby team, along with friends and family. Some died in the crash. Others died afterward from their injuries. And the people who survived were suddenly stranded from the crash, high in the mountains, surrounded by snow, no food. They waited for rescuers. Days passed, and then something devastating happened. They heard on a small radio that they had recovered from the crash, that the search had been called off. Now, imagine hearing that. You're freezing, you're starving, and all of a sudden, the last hope that you had gone. And you know nobody's coming. The situation became really desperate, and the survivors had to make choices, per se. What they actually had to do to stay alive is eat the people that had actually passed from the crash. So, what this group of guys did to survive was essentially commit cannibalism on one another. Well, the people that had passed away, but still, if you think about it, that's some crazy stuff. Now, thankfully, there was two survivors that actually started walking because there was nobody coming for them, so they had to make a run for it because otherwise they would just be stranded forever and eventually die, not knowing exactly where they were or if there was civilization near. They started walking, and somehow they actually found somebody that eventually was able to help them. And on December 23rd, the survivors were rescued. 16 people ultimately survived. So think about it. When you look at this picture and you see these guys standing in the mountain, you're not just looking at people just happily out in nature. You're actually looking at people who had to make choices to stay alive that will stay with them forever.